All I'm going to say is if I received a USB stick in the mail and I didn't order it from Amazon, I'm not plugging it into my PC. There ain't no way in hell. It's just not happening. Hell will freeze over before I do that. But for some reason, this individual did. But there's more that meets the eye to this story. Let's check it out.
Was this beauty queen, who's accused of plotting to kill her wealthy husband, being hunted herself?
Hold on a minute. There's a lot to unpack there within 2 seconds. I'm right. My head's already scrambled, but let's just try and digest all of this.
Was this beauty queen, who's accused of plotting to kill her wealthy husband, being hunted herself? In a just-released 911 call, Lindsay Shiver's estranged husband tells police a mysterious envelope was delivered to his home. Inside was a thumb drive like this.
It didn't have a return to sender address or anything, and so I plugged the thumb drive in, and it had all these pictures of my wife on it about 2 weeks ago when we were out of the country.
Hold on a minute. For some reason, to me, alarm bells are going off to me. He seemed a bit too comfortable plugging in that USB into his PC. How does this guy know that there wasn't CP on there? How does this guy know that there wasn't a virus? Or hell, it was a bomb. How does he know? He was a bit too comfortable. It was weird. Yeah, cool. There wasn't a return to sender because as far as I'm aware, he didn't order this from Amazon Prime. But he's just like, yeah, I just plugged it in. Huh? Sorry, what? There has to be more to this. Obviously, it's creepy that there's photos of him and his wife when they're on holiday and whatnot. But that's just odd. He just thought, you know what? I see this USB stick and screw it. Fuck it. Next thing you know, he plugs it in, the house just blow up.
It looks like, glancing through, it was almost like a private investigator.
Robert Shiver tells police the photos were apparently taken of his wife while they were on spring break with their 3 kids in the Bahamas.
I don't know if we have a potential stalker or some lunatic that's in town that has been following my wife around.
Just 2 weeks later, Robert filed for divorce, claiming Lindsay was having an affair in the Bahamas with a local man she knew.
Hold on. So wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. I'm thinking then that he actually hired the private investigator to take photos, send it to his house, making out that obviously there's just some stalker or something, but he's just giving a reason now that he's like, you know what? I want to get a divorce because like you're doing too much. I think you're cheating, innit? So he's kind of played it perfectly. He pretends he doesn't know what's going on, but he's the mastermind behind it. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm overthinking, but that's just the way my brain works. Like, it just sounds a bit too crazy. This is just wacky doodle. Everything's going wrong. Left is right, right is left, up is down. I don't know what's going on now. You might as well not have your head screwed on properly because it just then wouldn't even make sense to you.
The drama didn't stop with the 911 call. On April 30th, Lindsay called police in Georgia herself, claiming her mother-in-law wouldn't return her children.
It gets from bad to worse. Nah, there's children involved now. Come on now. The mother-in-law's bugging out now as well. What, she had too much red wine? What's going on here now? Power tripping. Out the wazoo. Come on, man, there's children involved. There's no need for it. Or is there more to this as well? But flipping hell.
My in-laws are in the parking lot right there.
Court TV's Vinnie Politan has been following the case.
She was upset that her husband would let his parents, the children's grandparents, actually take care of the 3 kids.
Lindsay's mother-in-law can also be seen on the police body cam. She says Lindsay's own parents were worried about her mental health.
Lindsay was not answering their phone calls all day today. So they thought she killed herself, to be honest. She's hypomanic. She has a mental issue. All 3 of the people in the car have a mental issue.
Perplexed cops tried to figure out the family dynamics.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the family dynamic and I think I'm losing brain cells. But you know what? As long as the children are safe, then I don't care about anything else. Because it's just a bit too crazy. You got conveniently that there's a USB stick just randomly delivered and then there's photos. It's not even that, you know, it's weird. If he had hired a private investigator and was just like, you know what? I think she's cheating or something, but I want to make it spooky, like someone just taking photos. It's freaking me out. I want to get a divorce. And then the wife's talking about, what is she banging on about? That the mother-in-law won't give back the kids. But I'm thinking it's not a healthy environment for the kids to be there. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's wacky doodle. Like I said, it's all over the gaff. I don't know what's going on. It's just a complete concoction. It's a cocktail disaster. No one wants to have a drink of it, but it's all on the menu. It's crazy. It's crazy right now.
Where's your husband been staying?
Oh, at my house.
Okay.
It's a lovely situation.
It gets much more difficult when you've decided to split and you're still cohabitating. Even if it's a $2.5 million home, it still gets a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just odd. It's just bizarre. I'm not sure. Like I just said, I hope that the kids are okay. The kids are in a stable situation with actual suitable carers, because it just seems that the husband and the wife are at war with each other, and whether or not they're actually divorced or they split up, but he's still living in a house. 2.5 mil, by the way. I'm like, hey, looks nice. I mean, if there was that section there that had the video of the drive, the driveway and then up to the house. I'm like, yo, that's looking like a mini palace. Okay. But it's true. You never know what's going on with people's private life. On the outside, they might be smiling, pure teeth, looking like a piranha, a Cheshire cat. But inside, there's domestics going on, just all at war with each other. And there's children involved as well, 3 children. It's just crazy. But alarm bells were ringing at the start when this fella said, clearly, the USB stick had no return to sender, but he plugged it in straight into his PC. I've never seen something like that before. If he's supposed to be responsible, the children as well, he just said, fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. Ain't my fault. Didn't have return to sender. Come on, dog. Come on, what's going on? What's going on there? It's just, no, if you're unsure, don't do it. It's not everything you need. Some things you don't need to try to know it's not good for you. Like, I know I don't need to jump off a cliff to know that it won't end well. I know that there won't be a part 2 to my saga. So it's just like, why did he feel the need to do that? And then the wife, wasn't she accused of potentially murdering the husband as well? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully there's more updates on this story, but it's all over the place. Hopefully the children are okay. And I hope the husband and wife figure out their situation, because that's a complete and utter disaster, mate. Bloody hell.